Coming up on the channel today, Lauren is going to come back and share 5 underrated Stevie Nicks songs with you. I personally am what I would refer to as a very basic Stevie Nicks fan. I know Stand Back, I know Rhiannon, I know Landslide. As deep as I go is probably Everyday or Sorcerer from the Trouble in Shangri-La album. Other than that, I got nothing. Lauren is going to come in and give you a full rundown of 5 underrated Stevie Nicks songs you should be listening to coming right up. Hey, it's Russ from the Infectious Groove podcast and YouTube channel, and back with me as part of her own podcast, the Beard Owl podcast, and now part of the Infectious Groove YouTube channel. It's Lauren, everybody. Lauren, when she joined the channel, one of her first artists that she mentioned that she loves is Stevie Nicks. And a lot of people, when they say they love Stevie Nicks, like I myself say I love Stevie Nicks, could not name for you more than 10 songs that she's written. I don't view that as a bad thing. I'm growing out of being the guy that goes, name 5 songs. Mostly because of instances like this where I couldn't name more than so many songs. However, there are people wandering this planet like Lauren who deeply appreciate everything that Stevie's done. And when we talked about things Lauren was going to contribute to the channel, one of the first things she said was, I got to talk about 5 Stevie songs more people need to hear. So to me, that fits right in with the theme of this channel. And Lauren is going to go through, I think, all 5 of these off of 5 different records, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so 5 Stevie songs from 5 different records. And these are all Stevie Nicks songs, nothing Fleetwood Mac here, right?
Right.
Okay, and is that by design?
Yeah.
Okay, you on purpose wanted more?
On purpose.
Okay. So Lauren is going to share with us 5 Stevie Nicks songs from Stevie Nicks records, and I think there's a soundtrack in there too. But these are all ones that maybe if you are the Fleetwood Mac fan, or if you're like me and you can name Edge of 17 and Stand Back, that's about it. Lauren will take you through 5 that you need to check out from Stevie Nicks. What do you got?
Okay, well, my first one is the title track from her first solo album, Belladonna. And that came out in 1981. And she put this album out in between Tusk and Mirage, if you're thinking Fleetwood Mac timeline. And it was simply because Stevie was, and still is, such a prolific writer, and she was only getting maybe 2 or 3 songs per album. And so she just had this backlog. And so when you look at the Belladonna album, there's songs that were written in 1975, songs from, so on and so forth. But I went with the title track because I am such a fan of piano-driven music, and this track, Belladonna, it's all piano, it's beautiful, and there's a 3-part harmony at the end of Belladonna that she worked on with her 2 backup singers, Lori and Sharon.
I was going to say, we can always put it on the screen if it slips your mind, don't worry about it.
No, I got it. And and so this song just means so much to me, so much in fact, that I named my dog Belladonna.
And that's another thing about that is there's other videos on the channel we've done where other songs on the record are better than the big hit. I've only heard this song a handful of times, but to me it's far different than what people know from the album, Belladonna.
Yeah, and that's almost by design too, because with Fleetwood Mac, Stevie did a lot of, her witchy stuff, right? And Belladonna was kind of put out, said no, she can rock too, which is why you got Edge of 17, which is why you got Stop Dragging My Heart Around and stuff. But Belladonna takes you back to kind of Stevie at her core just being, it's about a magical lady.
Right.
And I just think it's great.
What else you got for us?
Oh gosh, the second one I have is from the soundtrack to Against All Odds. Mm-hmm. And
which in and of itself had the enormous Phil Collins ballad, which I think most people, that's all they know that soundtrack for.
Yes.
But Stevie Nicks had a wonderful song on there.
She did. It's called Violet and Blue, and you can actually find this on the deluxe edition of the Wild Heart album if you don't feel like going out and getting the Against All Odds soundtrack.
I'm putting you on the spot, honestly. Was that meant for Wild Heart and not used, do you know?
I believe so, yes.
If nothing else, it's from that time.
It was recorded during the Wild Heart sessions, and I just don't think it fit on the Wild Heart. But anyway, I love Violet and Blue for very much the same reason. There's going to be a theme here. There's a really cool organ part in Violet and Blue,
keys. Okay.
And it's just really neat. And this is kind of It's more of a rocky, like it's a rocky kind of track for her. And Violet and Blue, I have no idea what it means. Don't ask me. Like lyrically, I couldn't tell you. But
that's why the comment section comes in handy. If somebody knows the meaning of the song and we missed it, then by all means drop a comment and let us know. What else do you got on the list?
Okay, I also have from 1985's Rock a Little, which is probably the weirdest Stevie Nicks album out there because it is very 80s and weird.
In my personal life, I know of two enormous Stevie Nicks fans. One seen here and another longtime friend of mine. And both of you, separate from each other, have referred to Rock a Little as the weird album. So what track from there is great and why?
I like Imperial Hotel. And the reason I like Imperial Hotel is because it gives you Angel vibes. Angel, which is the track from Tusk, which is Stevie at kind of her most fun. When you hear Imperial Hotel, you kind of picture her dancing around on stage like a little sprite. And it's true.
It's true.
Imperial Hotel has that vibe to it. And again, a really good like organ-driven track.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny that you mentioned that about well, first of all, keys matter a lot to you personally, but a lot of Stevie Nicks fans, good, bad, or indifferent, and I want to be clear, I'm not taking a side here, associate Stevie with guitar because of Lindsay and because of her pairing with Lindsay, coming into Fleetwood Mac, the material they had done before. So a lot of people instantly think of her as not guitar-driven, makes it sound like she's a hard rock artist, but guitar-based music. So I like, if you are Stevie Nicks adjacent, which is how I identify Stevie Nicks adjacent,
Okay.
and you want to dig in further, there's probably more here that you're not used to, and that's what's great about these tracks. What do we got? Number 4 now?
We're on number 4.
What do we got?
We've got Ooh My Love from 1989. It's The Other Side of the Mirror. And the reason I picked this is because the lead single from The Other Side of the Mirror was Rooms on Fire, which is Stevie's probably most straightforward love song, and it's fine. It's good. It's good. But I think Ooh My Love should have been the lead single from this. I don't even think it was released as a single, but I feel like the album would have performed better if they went with this song, because it's more straightforward pop.
Still a ballad or a pop song?
Oh, it's a pop song.
Oh, right on.
It's an absolute pop song. But I could talk forever about this. I'm just going to touch on it a little bit. 1989, Stevie was 41, and she has kind of gone on record as saying that the record company did not know how to promote a pop album from a 41-year-old woman.
Giant surprise. Go on.
Yeah. So, which is why the video for Rooms on Fire has her holding a baby. They're doing this whole maternal thing because this is what she should have wanted, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, Ooh My Love is a much better pop song.
Record label doesn't know how to promote Woman. Film at 11.
Right.
Like giant surprise.
Breaking news.
All right, round out your top 5 for us. What is not top 5, but rather just your 5th underrated Stevie Nicks cut that people should go check out?
Yeah, my 5th underrated Stevie Nicks cut is from 2011's In Your Dreams album, which was produced with Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics.
Who is the man?
Who is absolutely the man.
And knows his way around working with a strong female vocalist.
How about that? Yeah.
And so what did Dave and Stevie do together?
Oh, they did a lot of great tracks on this album, but the one that, the first time I heard it, I cried, and so I said, well, this has to be on my list. It's Italian Summer, and it's got these big sweeping violin parts, but the reason I like this song so much is because it's Stevie actually painting a lyrical picture. Like when you hear this song, you picture yourself in an Italian villa looking out over Capri, and I've never been there, but I hear this song, I feel like I have.
Yeah, there's a lot of like classic country and whatnot that I feel like, I'm like, I've never driven truck before, but I sure feel like I have now. And so to me, that's whether you're indifferent or you love or you hate country music, I think a lot of people can agree that that's a sign of a great songwriter, is somebody who can immediately paint a picture in your mind. And so the name of the song one more time was Italian Summer?
Italian Summer.
Okay, and it's from 2011's
In Your Dreams.
In Your Dreams, which I have personally, as it's shooting this video, I've not even heard this album, but with Dave Stewart being involved alone, I will be taking our own advice and going and checking out this record. As we always say in these videos, it is super duper helpful if you hit the like button on the video, if you like what we're doing. And if you haven't already, if you're a Stevie Nicks fan and you are just happening upon this video, haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. You'll make two people very happy, and we will continue to bring you music-based videos. But as I said on the video where we introduced Lauren to the channel, both of us are going to be very interested in the comments that come in on the video. Even if you don't like Stevie Nicks at all, give some of these tracks a try and see if maybe there's something here that you could like going forward. Because a lot of people have her siloed into one thing, and it sounds like these tracks are going to introduce you to a whole different world from Stevie Nicks. So make sure you leave a comment below. We both thank you so much for watching. Make sure to watch in the future because we're going to have more videos from me on the same topics, type of music stuff that I've always covered in the past. And we've got a bunch more videos coming from Lauren in the future. Thank you so much for watching.